Hello, Cancer. Thank you for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Tarot Illuminati by Eric C. Dunn. I might be saying that name wrong, but either way, like I said in the first video, it's all about if you want to find the artists or the decks, that's how you find them. And the supportive oracle cards are Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards by Tori Hartman, illustrated by Gretchen. There's her last name. Again, if you want to find the artists who illustrated or the creator, all that information is there. I just wanted to make sure it was there in the video. Okay. Cancer. One. All right. Let's do your oracle cards. Okay. You're coming into this alone is what I'm feeling. So even if you're in a relationship, the topic you're dealing with, it's like you're dealing with it all by yourself. So for example, if you're in a relationship, this might be a work situation where you feel like you're on your own. For some of you, I feel like this might be a relationship where, and there's certain aspects of it, like taking care of certain bills or taking care of maybe the children. I hate to say it, but I feel like for some of you, you literally feel like you're taking care of the family all on your own. Some of you are like that, is what I'm getting. Like, that's what you're dealing with. So it doesn't mean you're literally, like, on paper, it may not look like you're dealing with it all by yourself, but you're like, I feel like I am. Like, that's how this should go into. Like, I feel like I'm handling this all by myself. It's all up to me to make sure this works out. For somebody, it's like a family member that you feel like you're the only one who really cares, and you're the only one looking out for them, and you feel like it's all up to you. You feel like you're by yourself on that. Something like that. Now, it could go into different things, granted, but it's like I'm handling it by myself is how I feel. You got the Fool card, the Isolation. Like, this is the Isolation. And then this one above it is Abundance. So, ironically, I don't feel like you're feeling super confident, but I do feel like you're succeeding in taking care of the situation. It's kind of like, well, it's good for today, but I don't know about tomorrow. Even though abundance is there, but the Fool with the Isolation is kind of like, it's good for today, and I'm doing good today. But that doesn't mean tomorrow. You're like, I don't have any guarantee about tomorrow because it's only me, and if something goes wrong with me, then what? Alright, so that's defining what we're starting with. That's like the define. At least for some of you, I will give you, like, maybe in the past you handled things all on your own. So maybe some of you are connecting to it like that. Like, well, it used to be that way. It used to be that way. Because I feel like the reason you're in this current situation is kind of like you used to handle things all by yourself. Some of you still are, and you're heading towards this next phase. Take it with a grain of salt, whatever works for you. But the quest is kind of like, I don't like this only resting on my shoulders, because if I'm not here to do it, I'm worried about so-and-so. I'm worried about this happening. I'm worried about that happening. It's not about what you can do on your own. It's kind of like, I just need that insurance, like if something doesn't go well with me, something happens with me, this situation will still be okay, and I need that insurance. I need to know that things are going to be fine. So that's why you're into this in the next phase. So for some of you, you're already here. For others of you, this is where you're heading. If this is going to hit, granted. So I'm getting like you're looking for stability. You're looking for answers. You're not overly... You're not overly concerned with the first possibilities coming towards you. You're like, I have to go through a few of them. You're also not overly concerned with people being a perfect fit for whatever it is you're looking for. You're not looking for perfection right off the bat. You got the High Priestess kind of like, all right, I'm not looking for the glass slipper in this situation. I'm just not. But I am looking for somebody who like will take this situation, absorb it, realize what it needs, and kind of deal with it as they need to. It's kind of like, it might be a glass slipper situation, but you know what? Some people can turn those things into planners or some type of really pretty knickknack. It doesn't have to be worn as a slipper. I don't know if that sounds crazy, but it's basically kind of like I don't need it to work out the way it looks like it's supposed to. I just need it to actually work. I need to be confident that if I have to step away or I get taken away from this situation, it'll still be okay. I don't need somebody to do it perfectly. I just need to know that somebody will care and handle it the best they can. There's people coming in and out is what I'm starting to get here. So for example, if it's a family member you're dealing with or a situation at work, you're trying to pull other people in, you're trying to get support from other people, and it comes and goes. It's like you seem to feel like some people maybe will latch onto this and realize the help that needs to happen here, but then they're here, then they're gone, and they waver in and out, and they don't seem to understand what you're trying to make happen here. They don't seem to understand what you're trying to make happen. Like, you're looking for some security for this situation. You're trying to stabilize it. And some more support, some more security, some more insurance that it'll be fine. It's just, you're not upset with the help you're getting. You're just like, I'm not looking for somebody just to help me every now and then. I'm looking for somebody else to invest in this and to be there to make sure this works out. You got is this the Princess? Yep, Princess of Pentacles. It's on its side, though. It's kind of like you are getting some help, but you're not totally confident. Like, the people that are helping are understanding what needs to happen here. You're not, I don't just need somebody to show up once in a while, once or twice a week, just to check on things to make sure they're okay. I need somebody to show up a couple times a week and be invested and want to make sure, like, and to get involved and get their hands dirty in the situation, and like to make sure the situation is working correctly, and to want to be involved with the situation. You want them to be involved with the situation. The reason I feel like you're going to have problems with this is in the environment. Now, I feel like for most people, they're seeing what the situation calls for, and they're thinking it's more than they want to handle. Granted, there will be a few of them that have too much going on in their own lives, and they're just like, what's one more responsibility I just can't add to my plate right now? Some of them will be like that. But for a lot of them, I feel like they're thinking the situation is asking for more than they want to give. So I feel like it's going back and forth a bit. You're having a hard time. You're trying different people, ideas. You're open to possibilities. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. And you were coming right in with it with that realization. Like, no, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to survive. And I need to just make sure this situation is going to be taken care of. I feel like it goes on for a little bit of time. It depends on your situation. But at this point, like, you're not ready to really move forward yet. You can't really get into the next phase of locking things in, but you want to. The world on its side is telling me you can't really commit to this next phase yet, where somebody else is there and you can depend on them to work with you to make sure this is going to be okay. But you want to. You're just like, I don't feel like people are invested as much as I am, and I need somebody with my level of investment. The Queen, is that the Queen? Yep. The Queen is extremely smart. She does have like the Queen of Hearts look to her here, which is interesting. You may not be happy with people, but she's also a very skilled negotiator, a very skilled communicator. If you're not finding what you're needing, if you're not getting what you're needing, you know how to make the impact to make that message come forward. And I feel like this is one of those moments where you're like, all right, I understand maybe you don't want this responsibility, but can you help me find somebody who does? Like, I feel like that's coming in. like, all right, you don't want to pick up the gauntlet on this. I give you that. But you know somebody else who does. Can you help me find somebody else to make this happen? Because this needs to be more secure. This needs to be more taken care of. Like, I can't be the one. Like, if something happens to me, what happens then? Like, if I can't do this, then who's going to do it? I just need to know somebody's going to be there because I have things coming up and I'm making me nervous. So you have people helping you. There's a lot of considering what to do next. I don't know. It depends on your situation. Could be one, could be a couple people. trying to brainstorm to figure out other ways to handle this situation, because I'm really getting that they don't want the responsibility. They don't want it. I'm getting that they really don't want it, so they're trying to see if there's another way for this to be handled. I feel like you get frustrated after a while, and you're kind of like, all right, I tried this. Whoever this was, you tried to work with them, you tried to get them involved, but you're kind of like, all right, I'm beating a dead horse. It's not working. It's stressful, but you're like, all right, this is not going to work. Let me find something else. And I feel like you walk away from whatever this is. I don't know if you want to just yet, though. Because I feel like if you hold on long enough, I feel like something can come of that. Maybe like you can get, like, for example, if you're the main character, you can find some supporting characters. The thing is, they aren't the main character, and I feel like that bothers you. You're like, no, I need to know someone can pick up and take over if I can't. That's what I'm looking for. I need somebody to, like, be the captain of the ship if I can't be it. And you're like, all I'm finding is, like, people who'll tend to the sails or tend to the rudder, or they'll make sure we're on course, but they won't do it all. And I need somebody who's going to do it all. But I'm feeling like, don't completely walk away from this. If you don't completely walk away from this, you can at least get little supports here and there. It makes a big difference in this situation. I feel like you're going to be frustrated, and you might just kind of go your own way, kind of like, no, I'm looking for another person to take over and take full responsibility, not partial responsibility here and there. I need somebody to take full responsibility if I can't do it. But I feel like what they're saying is, allow these other people to stay involved, keep these other people involved, because even if they just take a piece here and a piece there, and they help here and they help there, it will make a difference. It'll make a positive difference in the situation. It's worth keeping this around. So don't completely walk away from this. I feel like you're going to be frustrated, though, because you're going to be looking for other ideas, and you're going to have a hard time finding it. You're going to like, all right, we have to find something else to do here. The Seven of Cups on its side is kind of like, you're not really completely seeing a way to make this go better. You're hopeful of it. You're just not really sure if any idea is a good idea. You're not really sure. The Ace of Swords is like you're going to be looking for more possibilities, more ways to solve this situation, more ways to get the resolution you're looking for. I'm getting, don't completely walk away from this. Don't completely walk away from the help you've been getting. It's not a good fit. It's not a complete fit. You know what I mean? It's not quite making it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like if you're looking for a wedding cake and you end up with a sheet cake from Walmart, you're just kind of like, well, that's not bad, but that doesn't really fit the occasion the way I was viewing it. No. But the thing is, they're saying, take the sheet cake from Walmart. You can keep it over to the side for the kids. You know what I mean? For people that really, just put it like run over, something. Like, I may sound crazy, and I'd be like, I feel like a lot of you would be like, no, I don't need that, but thanks. But the point is, like, put it to the side, because, like, you can keep it to the side for, like, there's those pieces, like, if you have this extra food over to the side and people want to munch every now and then, you can leave it to the side, and people could have some cake here and there. It's just like an extra cake. It's just extra food, like if people get nervous or if people need something to eat, and it just keeps, like, if things get a little behind while they're waiting, they could have that cake. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. I hope that makes sense, because I feel like they're saying, don't completely walk away from this. Take the help you're getting and make good with that, because it will improve the situation. It will make the situation itself better. It's not exactly what you're looking for, but at least it'll make things better. So I hope that helps. All right. I'm going to shut this down here. Again, I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, james4astral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.